What's up, everybody? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be doing Ice Rider VMAX alongside Palkia V. I really like this deck, and I found it surprisingly very strong. It performed at a recent regional event, and I believe took top 8. I made a couple edits to the deck. I don't think it's necessary to run as many of some of the cards as they did. So I actually upped the line of the Calyrex. This was a 1-1 line. I made it a 2-2 line. And I cut out a couple other cards. Like I removed one escape rope. I cut the Mew. And I added in a second Lost City. I think you could probably cut the one Lost City. Add in a second Boss's Orders if you wanted to. I think keeping the Lost Vacuum is really important. But outside of that, I don't know if there's too many other changes I would make. But yeah, this deck is really strong because we also have the Radiant Greninja to be able to Cross Switcher with the Canceling Cologne, deal with things like Gardevoir EX really easily, hit Lost Zone matchups pretty well. So we're able to get by most things without too many issues and consistently power everything up since we run 4 Melony. But yeah, we'll get into the games in a second. I did want to say thank you everybody for watching. We hit 100 subscribers this morning of me recording this. So thank you everybody. I'm going to be making a couple changes to the channel. You'll see it in this video. The thumbnail's different and the profile picture is a little different and stuff like that. I've been working with a friend of mine who's a really talented artist to help me put some of this stuff together. I'll leave a link to his Instagram in the description going forward in my videos. I really appreciate all the help that he provided me with. So let me know what you guys think of it. And if you like the format or, you know, anything that you think I could change or make it look a little better or something like that. But yeah, we'll get into the games and appreciate it, guys. Thank you. All right, we're into the game, and our opponent will be going first as they won the coin flip. We open up just Chien-Pao, but honestly, it's not too bad. Probably what we'll do... What's going to be the best play? So we'll have to wait and see what... Alright, so they're playing Miraidon. Not terrible for us. We can... Irida to grab ourselves the Palkia. Might be the play. I'm trying to think. What I think we might honestly do is something a little bit different. I think we're going to look for 2 energies with Chien-Pao. See what we get off the Trekking Shoe. Discard whatever we get, unless it's like... Oh, okay. It's going to put a bit of a stop to that plan. Alright, well, the VIP helps all the same. Never punished. So, we'll grab this. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves the Radiant Greninja for now. We can't use it just yet, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. We'll go ahead and Trekking Shoe, see what we find. Found ourselves another Cross Switcher, and that might be good for later. But for now, we're going to pitch on it, because we have to get rid of that. Again, never punished. So we draw 2. And now what we can do is something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead, discard, get ourselves the Palkia. We can... how do we want to play this? I think what's going to be best is we'll place 1 onto... Yeah, we'll do it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, grab that. Then we'll grab ourselves the VSTAR for later. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a Lost Vacuum. And the reason why I want the Lost Vacuum is I don't know if they're playing multiple path. They might be, so I want to make sure we're able to clear that immediately. We can kind of just sit on this for now. Pass our turn. We didn't put enough on the board for them to be able to knock us out with the Raikou. unless they go into something like they put all their energy down onto a Miraidon or something similar. We don't have much we really need to worry about. We can immediately go into our Ice Rider V, play the Melony down, get this, switch in, knock out whatever's into the active. And then from there we can put our Palkia VSTAR down, and we'll be good to go. We also always have the option to knock something out with the Greninja, aka the Flaffy that he's played down. We have the option to knock that out at any point, or something that we damage and he ends up retreating. We can kind of just snipe both out at the same time. Makes things a little bit easier. Alright, so he is going to go everything into the Miraidon to knock out Chien-Pao, which is fine. Not something I absolutely love, but could definitely be worse. PTCGO is being really buggy right now. Definitely odd. Alright, not the biggest deal. We'll just go ahead into Ice Rider. We have the boss's orders. For now, I think it's better. Man, PTCGO is being, or, you know, live or whatever you want to call it, it's being super kind of like slow and buggy right now. I mean, that's kind of normal, but it's being kind of annoying. We can put our energies down onto this. We have the extra cross switchers now. We have the other the regular switch. For now, we can kind of just chill. I don't think there's anything we absolutely need. So yeah, we'll Lance. We have the Ultra Ball in play for the next turn if we end up needing something. We have the boss's orders to kind of pick our next target and make the next knockout relatively easy. Energy in hand to discard with Greninja. We have our Star Portal to put the Lance back into play. So we're pretty much fine here. We have Lost Vacuum to get rid of any potential Path to the Peaks. We can't get trapped because we have our Cross Switcher out. So we're in a relatively good position, all things considered. I think he already used... Alright, he only used one generator. So we could do a couple like huge generator hits and be able to go into Raichu and knock us out. That would kind of suck. Or... I was going to say, or hypothetically, he could boss's orders up the Palkia VSTAR, knock that out for hitting for weakness, and then we would be in a little bit of a precarious situation. But really all we're going to do in that case is Ultra Ball away. What the hell? Okay. So he's just going for huge generator hits, I guess. I feel like that's really risky. I don't think that's very good. I mean, he gets 3 cards off of Mew. So, like, I guess. I mean, maybe never punished, but I don't think that's very good. There's the Seal Stone. Wonder what he would want to grab off that. Does he just go for his last generator and just risk it all? Yeah, alright. Because right now it's not enough. Is it enough now? It's 60, right? So 120, 240, 300. So, okay, now it's enough. With everything being discarded. There's the path, which is why we hold on to the Lost Vacuum. So, Dynamic Spark. Definitely a play to discard all the energies on, like, that they have on board. We'll just play this down. Then what I think is the best play is step 1, we'll Lost Vacuum. So we'll get rid of the Path to the Peak in play, which is why we wanted to make sure we grabbed it earlier. Then what we can do is Ultra Ball away this and 1 switch. And in this case, we'll go ahead and just grab ourselves... Yeah, we'll grab... Is that what we want to do? Do we want the Lumineon? I don't think we do. I think we just want the Ice Rider. Place the Ice Rider down. And then from here, we can discard the Greninja, or discard with Greninja. See what else we find. We'll Earthen Vessel away the Escape Rope. So we don't really need that either. And then the question here is this. When we Star Portal, I think what we actually want to do to help avoid weakness and some problems is we want to put everything onto our Ice Rider. We'll switch, go into Ice Rider, and then from here, because we can hit for 200, what we're actually going to do is we're going to boss his orders up the Raikou, and we're going to lance that down. Now, all we gotta do, we'll take the 2 prizes, got ourselves another Nest Ball. So yeah, I think that's the best play we can make, where we probably won't get knocked out on the following turn. And then all we need to do is knock out any of these. So what we're aiming to do is thin our deck as much as we can. Unless they can full power Miraidon, which I don't think they can be able to. They already used all their generators. They can attach 1 from hand, 1 from Flaffy. So they shouldn't have any other real options. There's a research. But again, I don't think they'll have anything. Yeah, there's the Dino Motor, but again, that's only for 1. So really what we're looking for... Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, that also works. So what we're gonna do is we'll just go for our VSTAR, or sorry, our VMAX, grab ourselves, I guess it doesn't really matter, we'll just grab 1 more of these just for the fun of it. Wasn't exactly what we were aiming for, but it works all the same. Go ahead and lay down our energy, lay down the Lost City just because. We'll go ahead and pull up the Raichu just to prove a point. Assert dominance. We'll discard just again to assert dominance. And we'll go ahead and discard 2. So the reason why, in case it wasn't clear on why we wanted to pull up the Raikou, is because that was the only thing that he would have had an option on 2 energies to actually do damage to us, is where the Raichu wouldn't be enough to, like, he'd have to scale so many energies that he didn't have the option to do anymore, as where Raikou actually had the ability that he could power it up and actually attack us for weakness and get the knockout. So it's safer to leave Raichu on the board, something that needs a lot more time to power up and use, than it is to leave the Raikou on board. So I hope that was like kind of clear. Maybe I didn't do the best job of explaining it, but I hope I'm making up for that now. But yeah, so that's game 1. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright, we're into the game. Our opponent's going to be going first. I forgot to hit record because I'm really, really good at this whole YouTube thing. Seems like they're playing Iron Valiant, which is pretty rough that we opened Mew, but they did absolutely nothing, so, you know, never punished. We'll grab ourselves these two for now. Actually, I think we'll grab ourselves the Radiant Greninja first. Then we can discard with Radiant. Found ourselves another energy, so that's always good. If we hit like an Ultra Baller here or something like that, that would be super good. Nest Ball also works. We can go ahead and Nest Ball into the Shadow Rider. Is this what we want to do? I actually think it's going to be better for me to go Chien-Pao here. That way I can retreat this out, go into Chien-Pao, attach or grab my 2 energies, go ahead and throw down the Lost City Melony onto my Palkia. And now we have everything we kind of need to set up on the next turn. Because what we can do is we can Irida, grab ourselves the normal Ice Rider, place that down, get ourselves the switch, go into Palkia VSTAR, put that on, switch in, and start attacking. And from there we'll be in a really good position. We can also grab ourselves some more energies with Chien-Pao on the next turn. And always have something to be able to discard with Radiant, grab ourselves it back with Melony, and get everything powered up pretty quickly. The only thing that will make this a little bit hazardous is the fact that they can get into Medicham V and go ahead and Yoga Loop this down, but it's not too big a deal. But we'll see. Even if they do that, it won't make the biggest difference for us. So I think really what we'll do is I think we'll just sack this, let it get knocked out if they choose to do that. If they don't, we'll just grab some free items off of it before it gets knocked out. They may choose not to actually knock it out, just for the fact that they can leave it as a Yoga Loop target. But I wouldn't feel like that's super good, if I'm being honest. Also, while there's a little bit of downtime here, and they're thinking over their plays, and we kind of have ours decided, I wanted to do something for the 100 subscribers. So, you know, like celebrate it a little bit. Not sure, I talked about it when we hit 50, but we kind of like grew to 100 a lot faster than I kind of expected. So thank you everybody for the support. It's been great. But yeah, so because of that, I wasn't exactly sure what we should do then, and I'm still not totally positive on it now. I'm not sure if we should do some sort of like pack giveaways or something like that. So let me know what you guys kind of think in the, what's it called? Like in the comments and all that. I would definitely appreciate some ideas and to see what I can do. I'm kind of thinking about doing something relatively simple, doing just like some kind of giveaway for as much as I can. I have the other Cross Switcher, right? No, I just discarded it, I think, like an idiot. Oops. Oh well, it's fine, I can grab the other Switch, is what we were gonna grab anyway. No, we can go ahead and do, we'll just attach from hand. we can switch, go into VSTAR. Yeah, that's fine. Now what we're gonna do, grab ourselves the Ice Rider, and let's go ahead and, we'll grab the Nest Ball for now. We could grab the other Cross Switcher and start looking for those pieces, but at this point I don't think it's really going to be super necessary. Really what we can do is we'll just play this down, fill up the bench a bit, grab ourselves the boss's orders for next turn, and now we can attack. We're slightly short. That's annoying. If we really needed the knockout, what we could have done is placed energies with our VSTAR power and escape roped and then used Chien-Pao. But I don't think it's super necessary right now, if I'm being completely honest, because we can also always knock it down with Greninja later. But that was a slight miscount on my part. There's a couple different options that I had that I could have gotten the knockout, but it's not the biggest deal. But yeah, definitely know what you guys think about how I should go about doing like the giveaway and stuff like that, or if there's like some sort of like celebratory content you'd like to see. You can go ahead and knock out the Mew here, which again we don't really need, we don't really care about. Even if he Yoga Loops it, we don't really care. He's looking for his other Iron Valiants. There's one. There's another. So right now what he could do is play the Medicham down. He could put the bits onto this, knock this out, force something into the active, and then look for the knockout on Entei. Let's see. He has 40 damage still available to him, so he could knock out the Palkia. So we'll just put up the Greninja if he does decide to knock this out. It's not the biggest deal in the world for us. I'd like to be able to snipe out the Iron Valiant with it, but we don't really need that. And really what we're looking for is that if he puts up the Medicham, we can either boss that up immediately, knock it out, and since we have Lost City, that'll kind of remove that problem. Or we can just kind of start knocking out the Enteis, and again, the Lost City will kind of remove that problem for us, even if he goes to like Super Rod it back or something like that. I'm curious to see what he'd want to grab here. He already used his supporter for the turn. There's another Entei, so gets each one a little bit stronger. He could go for a Magma Basin to clear out the Lost City and start powering up his Enteis, maybe. Went for a Switch card, draws one more card. I feel like what would be optimal is like Magma Basin. Oh, that works too. I was gonna say Magma Basin into an Escape Rope, since that way it would force out the single prizer here and give him the opportunity to not only take 2 prizes, but also start like whittling down options. Would probably be his best play. We'll place that down. We'll put this into play because he won't have the ability to really knock it out or do anything. We'll attach the single energy onto this for now. We can go ahead. I think it's fine just a Melony here. Attach an energy. What we could do to start getting some of our liabilities off the board is we could actually take a knockout here by switching in and using How do we want to do this? I think it's fine, actually. Never mind. What I was going to say is what we could do is start to, like, use our VSTAR power to put all the energies onto Lumineon. And after that, we can essentially just remove it off the board. It'll knock out Entei in one hit. So I think that's what we might want to do soon. So we can discard one from with Lost Vacuum and start kind of powering it up that way. Alright, yeah, there's the Magma Basin. So we can Lost Vacuum one away if we want to do it that way, which is totally fine. We can manually retreat as well and get the energies. Because really, like, these are the two targets that he'll be able to boss up. So our Lumineon V and the Chien-Pao. These are the targets that he could, like, Cross Switcher to and get an easy knockout. Or do something in that similar vein that could be kind of a problem later. So what we'd like to do is just remove as many of these as possible. His best play at the moment would be to put it, put the Tachyon Bits damage down onto this, switch up the Entei, and then attack. But he still needs one more switch, I believe. I don't know. See, there's the boss's orders. That's why I wanted to remove this, because that was going to be a problem. We can just go ahead and put this down. Is that what we want to do? Yeah. We'll put that up. We can evolve our VSTAR here. We hit for weakness, so it's not really a problem. We can go ahead and discard the VIP pass now. Remove the Magma Basin just to eliminate some options. And let's see what we can find. We don't really need the Suicune anymore. We hit for weakness, so it doesn't really matter that we're a little short on damage or bench space. And I think we just need to knock out the one with the most energy on it. We can't really risk playing anything else down. So I think we just take the knockout here, and if he doesn't have a boss's orders or something like that, then we should be totally fine. Because he can get a full rotation of damage down onto this Palkia and knock it out that way. There's the Magma Basin, but again, that doesn't totally matter. So we'd need, if he escape ropes, then we can just go into our main Palkia that has no damage on it. Yep, so we'll do it like that. And now if we encounter another escape rope or something similar, we just go back into our Ice Rider. There's the other energy. Alright, so in this research, he's going to need to find 3 switch cards. None of them being an escape rope. Let's see, what did he already use? He already used one. Used the Jet Energy. He used a switch card. Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3 switch. 3 escape rope. Was that 2 switch cards? Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, so we were pretty confident once we got there. But yeah, so that's gonna be the game, guys. Definitely let me know what you think of the new thumbnail format and if I should switch it up a little bit. I personally really like it. I love all the art that was made. I think it's really good. I'm gonna be working on the channel banner and all that kind of stuff soon, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of improvements there. But definitely let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.